Hey everybody, Josh here. Welcome to another Quick Talk Raw, where I do my best to transfer some insights and things I've learned along the way growing my small businesses directly from my brain into your brain. I want to talk about hiring the personality and training the skill. That might be a phrase some of you have heard, maybe some of you have not heard it, but here's the idea. When we try to hire team members to grow our business, because if you want to have a big, beautiful business that serves you and your family well, that leaves a legacy in your community, if you want to build a business that you can someday sell at a great multiple, if you want to sell your company or pass it on to your kids, whatever it is, if you want to have that kind of a big dream for your company, you're going to have a team. And there's a lot of reasons why you need a team. Number one, if I was to remove you from your business right now, what would happen? If we removed you from the equation, what would happen to your company? Who would answer the phone? Who would do the jobs? Who would collect the checks? Who would do the accounting and the payroll and the customer follow-up and the customer service and all that kind of thing? Who would do the sales? Who would go sell the jobs? For a lot of owner-operators, which are a large portion of our audience, which is about 3,000 of you guys every month now. Thank you so much for that, for sharing the Quick Talk podcast to your friends so you can share the love, share the value that we provide. Here's the thing, you have to hire a team, and some of you have a team. You have a small team, maybe less than 10 employees, less than 20 employees, but it doesn't work maybe the way you thought it would. And I surveyed, I think it was close to 250 small businesses last fall, and what was really interesting is I asked a question. The question was, what is your number one struggle? What is the number one struggle in your business? And by a large margin, the number one answer was, you guessed it, employee issues, right? People not showing up, people calling in sick. We have an entitlement generation. You put an ad on Craigslist, you put the word out that you're hiring, and the applicants leave a lot to be desired. They're very, very poor. It seems like the talent pool is bad. Now, when I've done some research into historical business stuff and cycles and culture, what I found is that it's pretty normal, actually, that every generation feels this way. Every generation feels like all the young people, the work pool, right? The people who are just starting out to enter the workforce, young people, maybe less than 25 years old, it seems like they don't get it. They're not motivated, right? But the funny thing is that it's not a new phenomenon. Even though it feels like it's so frustrating for you, this isn't a new thing. And I think where we got to shift our focus is not on complaining about all of the lack of talent that's out there in the marketplace. That's something that's easy to do. It's easy to complain. It's easy to find fault in other people. And as a business owner, our job isn't to take the easy road, right? It's to get results. It's to build the dream that keeps eluding us. It's to finally put the things in place that we need so our business can serve us rather than us being a slave to our business. So how do you hire a team? How do you do it? Well, I am a believer, a passionate believer, that it's your responsibility, it's your job to take care of all of these things, that you are not allowed logically, intellectually, to pass the buck, to make excuses, and to pretend like you're a victim of a poor workforce talent pool, or that the modern culture is making it impossible for you to achieve your dreams. Because guess what? It's just not true. If you believe it's true, you are deceived, probably by deceiving yourself. And here's the thing. I'm going to give you a couple quick tips on how to hire the personality and train the skill. Now, my business was in the service industry, right? So a lot of people that listen to this show, they have cleaning businesses, carpet cleaning. I have some contractors, roofers, things like that. Oh, but we have a wide variety of people outside the country that do all kinds of things. But the principle that I'm going to talk about remains the same. The first thing we have to do when we hire someone to bring onto our team, even if it's your very first employee, is we have to focus on finding someone who is a good culture fit for our business. What do I mean by culture fit? What I mean is that their worldview, their paradigm, their attitude, their personality, the way that they view the world is in alignment with you and your company. Okay? So in the real world, what I mean is it's much more important to hire someone who has a positive, hungry attitude, but maybe has very little experience. Maybe they're a little naive. Maybe they're young. They haven't seen a lot. Maybe they don't totally appreciate how awesome it is to work for a small family company, but there's this little spark in them. There's a little spark. They're hungry for life. They're hungry for their future. They might not know what they want to do at the end of the day, but there's a little bit of a drive in them. Those people are gold nuggets, and you need to grab them. And your job as a leader in your business is to cultivate, to clean off the nugget, to shine it up, right? To find that diamond in the rough. But I think a lot of small businesses, including myself in the early days, when we make a hire, we're trying to, on a subconscious level, we're trying to find someone who's going to save our day, someone who's going to fix our company, because we wait until we're so overwhelmed to make a hiring decision that we're in a panic mode. It's almost like we're a firefighter. We're putting out fire after fire after fire. So we put a help wanted ad out there, and then we get some applicants, and we're like, which one of you guys is going to save my day? And that is the wrong way to look at this situation. Instead, we need to be like gold miners. We need to filter through all the junk. You know, when you do a job interview, it's like a first date. It's all crap. Everybody will lie right to your face, right? They're trying to figure out what you want to hear, and then they try to tell you those things so that you will hire them. How do you see through that stuff? Well, a lot of it has to do with the questions you ask during an interview. And there's a lot of tips there too. Group interviewing, asking open-ended questions, asking them what they would do if they had $1 million. Ask them who their hero is, Asking them, where they would go if they could go on any vacation in the world. Questions like that, they're not pointless. What they do is they help you find out if someone is hungry for life, if there's somebody who has aspirations and goals. And especially with a small service business, you don't need to find people who are going to work for you for 25 years, okay? You're not General Motors. You're not going to provide them, $35 an hour with union benefits and paid vacation and all this stuff, right? It's not going to happen. So rather, you need to shift your focus to saying, how can I find a diamond in the rough, a young person who's hungry, and how can I, as a leader, invest and coach and help grow and develop this person as a human? When they leave your company, you should be the first one patting them on the back. When they get a better opportunity, you should be the one cheering them on, because from the whole process, from when you interviewed them to when they worked for you and you trained them and you invested in them emotionally, intellectually, with everything in your brain, you pushed and gave and gave and gave from the time of that time to when they leave, you're the one that's giving more than they are in a way. But that's how you develop a unique company culture. That's how you develop a team of people around you who get it, they buy in, they drink your particular brand of Kool-Aid, and they will help grow your business. You don't have to hold on to people. What you got to do is you have to develop a system in your business to develop people. You don't need to hold them captive. They don't need to stay prisoner. You don't have to put the handcuffs on them. If you develop a company culture of training and investing in your staff by leading them by example, by caring about them and their families and their dreams. I did an interview a while back with Howard Partridge. His whole team has a dream board in their cubicle, in their office, wherever their workspace is, and they write down their own personal dream. Do you do that with your employees? Does that sound cheesy to you? Well, if it does, you don't get it. You're missing it. Even if you have one employee, you got to set the tone of what your future company culture is going to be like from day one. And it's on your shoulders, and you do not need to rely on the talent pool or be discouraged because you get a bunch of bad applicants. Your job is to find the diamond in the rough and to invest and develop that person. The second thing I want to say, and I'll let you go because this is a quick talk, raw and it's short, is that you need to start recruiting, okay? You don't just put a Craigslist ad out there. You don't just try to hope that someone will find you by doing a Facebook post or telling your mother-in-law, hey, if you know any young guys that need some work, have them give me a call. No, we need to be more proactive in the way that we recruit our team members. My business, we had an actual business card that everybody would hand out, even the technicians, everybody that was even a new hire, the crew leaders, all the management. We all had these, and when we'd be out to eat at a restaurant or we'd be at a retail store, when we'd find that person who just had that spark, who had that positivity. Positivity is a huge trait. You can't fake it. People have it or they don't. If you have someone like that, you can work and get a lot out of a person like that. Someone who's coachable and trainable and just happy to wake up every day. And so you go out throughout the year and you pass out these cards, and basically our card said something on the front like, hey, you look like the type of person we would like to work with, and on the back, learn what it's like to work for a small family company that actually cares about you. These were thick, expensive business cards, double thick, extra, weight in the paper and all that. The reason we did that is because I wanted to be proactive on building my team. I don't want to sit and hope that someone finds us. I don't want to hope that someone's going to come save my day, because that does not happen. There's a reason Fortune 500 companies have an entire recruitment division. There's a reason that the headhunting industry exists. Big companies go find qualified people and they try to snipe them, they try to grab them, they headhunt them, right? Why can't your little business do that? Why can't you headhunt for someone in your local town who works at the gas station, and you look at the guy and you're like, dude, you're awesome. Why are you working here? Come work for me. I can get you more money. I can invest in you as a human, and 3 to 4 years from now, you can go do something else that's better for your life. If you build a team like that, you will win, my friends. Hey, listen, if you get value out of this podcast, if this is inspiring to you, if it helps you, there is a small fee that I need you to pay to play. I need you to share this with your friends on Facebook and Twitter, and more importantly, I need reviews on iTunes. Go onto iTunes. It takes just 2 minutes. Find the Quick Talk Podcast and give us a 5-star review. It really helps us get the word out. Listen, guys, I care about all of you. Good luck. I hope you have an amazing 2016. God bless.
Hey, thanks for hanging out, friends. And from all of us here at the Quick Talk Podcast team, we hope you loved today's show. We hope that you were inspired to become a doer and not just a listener. Apply what you've heard today in your own business and watch things change for the better. Lastly, remember that all the money in the world can't save your soul. Seek first the kingdom of God, my friends. We'll see you next time.
For more information about the Quick Talk Podcast or Joshua's other businesses, visit our website, quicktalkpodcast.com. Have a blessed day.